Some of the clips in this video are not mine and I cannot and will not take credit for them.
Hello, people.
What? I don't know entirely how to start this video, so I'm just going to jump right into it. My dad's friend gave me these curtains to make something into, so I'm going to make a dress out of them. But I need something to put over the dress or they'll look funky. So I'm going to make a top to go over them, which I'll tell you what it is in a second. I'm just going to go into the understairs cupboard to grab the things that I need, and I've picked this silk fabric, and I've picked this old bedsheet to line it. I have also chosen this pink satin looking fabric, which is actually plastic, which is an important fact in a bit. I'm just ironing it so that it does not wrinkle while I cut it into the correct shape, so that I know I've got the correct shape exactly. The corset style top I'm going to be making to put over my dress is in fact one from a Micarah Tewers video. Yes, I know, it is shocking that someone is in fact following one of her tutorials.
The first thing she said she did is...
I folded the thing in half and cut out a general corset shape.
So I folded the thing in half and I cut a general corset shape.
Make an identical front and back piece and then cut the back piece right down the middle.
So then I folded over the second piece of fabric, tracing the first piece of fabric onto it. I made it a bit bigger because I thought it was going to be too small, which is a bit stupid because it ended up being far too big. I then ironed the fabric, which I'm going to use to line my corset, and laid the slightly bigger back piece on top of it to cut it out. I then pinned the front bit to the lining and cut out the excess, and then cut the back one down the middle.
So just pin the lining to the outer fabric and sew it inside out. Sew along the neckline, the armpit lines, and right across the bottom, leaving the sides open.
I then did that, sewing all of the pieces together, leaving only the sides open. I also then ironed the pieces so that I knew that they would be flat enough for me to add the boning nicely. Also, I asked my sister to film all these bits, so enjoy some cinematic shots of me ironing. I messed up. I then spent the next quarter of an hour remaking that piece.
After giving stitches to the back panel, you're going to add the boning. I'm going to be using these zip ties that I bought at the Dollar Tree.
I then proceeded to add boning using this very helpful pattern supplied by Micarah Tewers. Afterwards, I then sewed along each edge of every zip tie to create a channel for it to sit nicely in.
Slide at least 2 bones into the back, but if you don't have a spine, I'd recommend adding a few extra.
I do in fact have a spine, so I only used 2 zip ties.
Now place the back panels onto the front, right sides kissing each other, then sew along the sides and the top of the straps.
I then sewed all of the pieces together, and this is when I realised that the back was too big, and I spent the next good hour trying to make it fit me properly. So I'm not going to bore you with those details, you can just figure it out on your own. Micarah Tewers then instructs you to watch Wallace and Gromit while applying grommets into the back of your corset top. However, I don't have the time, patience or skill to learn how to apply grommets, so I instead used bits of ribbon like this to thread the ribbon through. Now you will see me modelling this beautiful top in a very fashionable way. And here's the corset top with the dress I made out of the curtains. I basically just made a 2-layered skirt on top of a square type tunic and put the corset on top. The gaps between the bits of ribbon for lacing were too big, so I had to add loads of other little bits of ribbon in between each one so that they would be closer together. I also added some bits for the sleeves because the sleeves were too short. Here is an authentic photo of me wearing it on Halloween night, but my friends' faces are scribbled out because they don't want them on the internet. And in case any of you are wondering, which none of you were, this is what my makeup looked like on the night. I had some purple highlight and a purple lip.